do great managers release each person's potential? Each person is different, with a unique set of talents, unique pattern of behaviors, passions, and destiny. Great managers focus on each person's strengths and manage around his weaknesses without fixing them. They do not perfect the person, but they help him become more of who he already is. One of the signs of a great manager is the ability to describe in detail the unique talents of each of his people, what drives each one, how each one thinks and builds relationships. And then they turn each talent into performance. Focusing on the strengths is the most efficient way to help people achieve their goals. It is the best way to encourage people to take responsibility for who they really are. It is the only way to show respect for each person. Let's talk about tales of transformation. According to conventional wisdom, you can be anything you want to be if you hold on to your dreams and work hard. The person you feel yourself to be every day is not the real you, but the real you is deep inside, hidden by fears. You could free yourself of fears and release the potential through discipline, persistence, and some good luck. The next myth is that you must identify your weaknesses and fix them to access your unlimited potential. To advance your career, you must broaden your skill set and be well-rounded. Close to the retirement, you can spend so much time fixing yourself to be perfect. In reality, if we can all be anything we want to be, then we have the same potential, and we lose our individuality without distinct identity and destiny. We are all the same. If we keep fixing our non-talents, then it will be a crushingly frustrating life, because persistence is useful only when we learn a new skill or acquire particular knowledge. Moreover, trying to transform non-talents into talents, less effective managers not only set you up to fail, but also intrinsically blame you for your inevitable failure. Great managers are trying to identify each person's talents and help cultivate those talents by right casting, managing by exception, and spending the most time with the best people. Casting is everything. How do great managers cultivate excellent performance so consistently? The answer is, if you want to turn talent into performance, you have to position each person to do what he is naturally wired to do. In other words, you have to cast him in the right role, like in the movie, if you want to make a great movie. Casting for talent is one of the unwritten secrets to the success of great managers. But in the working world, casting is a little more challenging because what is inside the person matters more than physical appearance. The best managers keep the keepers and clear the house of losers. To recognize who is who, they talk with each individual, asking about strengths, weaknesses, goals, and dreams. Take notes of the choices each makes, the way all interact, and who supports who and why. Then they add a new category, movers, who are miscast, to reposition them in the redesigned role. Following these unwritten rules, it will not be a rare thing to be able to find the role that gives you a chance to express the specialness inside you, a role where what makes you is also what makes you good. Manage by exception. Why do great managers break the golden rule? Everyone is exceptional. Each person has his own way of interpreting the world around him and demanding different things of his manager. Each employee breathes different psychological oxygen. What about the golden rule? It goes, treat people as you would like to be treated. The best manager break it every day. They say, treat each person as he would like to be treated differently according to his needs. How to do that? The solution is ask your employee about his goals. Where does he see his career heading? What personal goals would he feel comfortable sharing with you? How often does he want to meet to talk about his progress? Feel him out about his taste in praise. If he likes public or private recognition, written or verbal, who is his best audience? Ask him about his relationship with you. Can he tell you how he learns? Without this information, you're functionally blind, falling into stereotypes and generalizations. But armed with this information, you can focus on each person's strengths, turn talents into performance, and manage by exception. Spend the most time with your best people. Why do great managers play favorites? Many managers find themselves spending the most time with their least productive people and the least time with their most productive people, because without their support, the employees that are struggling might not only fail as individuals, but also drag down the team. Yet, the most effective managers invest in their best. The core role of the great managers as catalysts is to turn talent into performance by carving out a unique set of expectations, highlighting each person's unique style, running interference for each employee. Talent is the multiplier. The time you spend with your best is the most productive time. If they do not get attention, they tend to alter their behavior. According to the great managers, investing their best is the fairest thing to do, the best way to learn, and the only way to stay focused on excellence. Fairness does not mean treating everyone the same, but as they deserve to be treated. Studying the internal best practices is the regimen that makes the difference. They do not use average performance as the barometer against each person's performance. Use excellence. Only employees who are already above average are going to reach excellence. They have talent and the greatest room for growth. How to manage around a weakness. How do great managers turn a harmful weakness into an irrelevant non-talent? Bad things happen. Some people fail, some struggle. The manager first looks to the most straightforward causes of an employee's poor performance. The mechanical causes, when the company does not provide with the tools or information, and the personal causes, when the person has family health issues. But many performance problems have other causes that can be identified by asking two questions. First, is improved performance trainable? Second, is the non-performance caused by the manager tripping the wrong motivational trigger? All the solutions lie in the manager's hands. However, if you can answer no to the both of these questions, then by default the non-performance is probably a talent issue. A non-talent is a mental wasteland. It is a behavior that always seems to be a struggle. A non-talent can mutate into a weakness that is causing the poor performance. Great managers apply only 3 possible routes to help someone succeed. Devise a support system, find a complementary partner, or find an alternative role. If one employee finds it difficult to remember names, buy him a Rolodex. If another is an appalling speller, he should always run spell check before printing. Great managers are aware of their own shortcomings. None of them worked on becoming well-rounded. Instead, they looked for a partner. Balanced by the partner, you are free to hone your talents to a sharper point. The founding principle is that excellent teams are built around individual excellence. Individual positioning is so important that at the heart of a great team must be lots of strong, distinct eyes. Finally, for some people, nothing works. You have to find an employee an alternative role by managing around the weaknesses. If you spend most of your time doing it, it means that you have made a casting error, and it is time to stop trying to fix the person. What we have learned in Chapter 5. The third key: focus on strengths. Casting is everything. Turn talent into performance. Make her do what she is good at. Manage by exception. Ask. Spend most time with your best people. Best way to learn: you get what you pay attention to. Fairest thing to do. Only way to reach excellence. High performance still have the highest potential for growth. And manage around weaknesses. Devise a support system. Find a complementary partner. Find an alternative role. Thank you for listening.